Hello, people of God. This is my Jacob's Way TV, and I am Dupi Dupi Singer. This is episode 51. Episode 51. 51. I ended episode 50 with the fact that I saw in a deep revelation how a man who was the land owner in my revelation of the land that I was on, who told me that it was because he saw that I had cleared the land that he came to give me um, a the next direction of what to do. I need to analyze that revelation. It is true that my mother had called me inside her room and told me God is not an author of confusion. If you are going to go into ministry, then it will be a misnomer if you the name of your give a different name to the name of your ministry apart from the ministry that the Lord started with me. I ordinarily might have argued with her, but at that stage of my life the Lord had warned me that I should listen to my mother. So I did not argue with her. When a man of God had told me that God was waiting for me to give a name to that ministry that was going to be birthed on that land. That was why when I was in the gutter where I laid on that day of my affliction, the day I wept, I quickly said to God, if it is because I have not given the ministry a name, that's why all these problems are coming. And I, in a hurry, named the ministry as Bethel Covenant Church. And I was happy because I remembered what my mother had told me. But then, here it was in my dream that I was told by that angel of the Lord that do not call the place a church yet. He said to me, if you call that place a church, people will disturb you. But call it the place, the prayer place. Call it the prayer place. He said to me, do a signboard with put the prayer place on the two sides of the signboard with an arrow into where you are at the altar and write the prayer place there. If not that I had this divine instruction, I would never have had the courage to do anything like that. In the first instance, I didn't have any money to use to do the signboard. So, Funke Ajayi, I've mentioned that before, she came over one day and she instructed um, a man, an artist, and a welder to come and see me and take instruction. And I eventually was able to put up the prayer place. Some of you that are listening to this video will remember probably that on Mobolaji Bank and Bank, Mobolaji Johnson Road on Eleganza Road to the Secretariat, you probably had seen a signboard before that said the prayer place. I was conscious of the fact that the government of Lagos State is around that corner. I would never have done that on my own. Secondly, my mother was a minister of God of repute. When I say of repute, she might not have been known worldwide in terms of large congregation and all that, but she was a sincere minister of God, a prophetess and an apostle, and the word of the Lord did not fall on the ground from her mouth. But she was not speaking by the Spirit when she told me God is not an author of confusion. If God is going to use you, my daughter, to start a ministry, The ministry must bear the name of my own ministry. That was not too bad, but that was not God's instruction. That was not God's plan. God had that conversation. He knew what he wanted. It was not my mother that sent me on that errand. And that is why all of us have to be very careful that we do not allow the older prophets to derail us from the plan of the Lord. My mother was a large-hearted woman, and many times I told her whenever she brought her own opinion about my journey, an opinion that was different from what the Lord had clearly told me, I would kneel down before her and say to her, Mommy, that's what I called my mother, Mommy, you will soon be called home by God to your good old age. The time the Lord wants to call you home, I am still going to be left behind. If you make me to disobey God now, I will be the one that will suffer the consequence. And each time, I must have said that to her almost 10 times, if not more than that. Each time she will say, that's true. God is sovereign. God is supreme. And then she will say, please go ahead and do whatever the Lord had ordained, or what the Lord had ordered. Do what exactly the way He wants it done. What is it that is in your hand? It is your pastor that is telling you what to do when the Lord had given you a very clear indication of what He wanted. The Lord said to me, do not call it the name of a church yet. He said, if you call it the name of a church, people will disturb you. But when you call it the prayer place, nobody will disturb you for now. When the Lord is for you, who can be against you? So with courage and with obedience, I put up the signboard. That signboard was there for years. That road was a road that was passed by almost every day by the governor of Lagos State. I'm sure that the governor must have seen that signboard many times. When it was God's time, the signboard was pulled down. You have to do it according to the specification and according to the pattern that is given unto you on the mount. Remember Moses? The Lord said to him, do it build a tabernacle according to the pattern that is given to you on the mount. And the same thing was said to David, do it according to specification. What is in your hand now that the Lord is asking you to do, that an older prophet has derailed you? Remember the story of the younger prophet and the older prophet in the Bible? The older prophet derailed the younger prophet, and he was still the one that buried him. And he now, after burying him, now did a sermon on him. He told his children and whoever listened, cared to listen, that it was because the young prophet disobeyed God. But he was the cause of the offense. The Lord knows the way through the wilderness. If you want to follow, you follow accordingly. It takes one step, you take one. It says no, you say no. It says yes, you say yes. May God bless you. Have a good day. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, to hit the notification bell, to share and comment, and chat along. Chart your course with God. God bless you. Still P2P singer, and this is still my Jacob's Way TV. Watch out for episode 52. God bless you. Bye bye.